Hi guys, Rose here with the Cackling Moon, and this is day 20 or 25. I think it's day 25. This is day 25 of the 31 Days of Tarot Challenge. So for day 25, the question is kind of long. Let's see. Oh, keep losing it. Okay. What was the most dramatic, meaningful reading you ever did? Not necessarily the most accurate. So probably the most meaningful reading that I ever did. I've had a couple since I've been doing my readings for about a year and a half now for clients. But probably the most meaningful were it's the ones where the people they write me back immediately. I usually get my feedback within a couple days from sending out the rating. But I've had a couple people who have shared with me that they cried. That my reading actually impacted them so much that they cried. And to me that was meaningful because I just think it's such an amazing thing that somebody's feelings are so what's the word touched, that they're just touched emotionally by what I write and what I tell them, the news that I bring them, and it just touches them in the way that they cry. So to me, and I feel like this camera is like so there we go. I don't know, I felt like it was real blurry. So the fact that they are touched by me in a way to where they're emotional, that's meaningful for me. It just shows that whatever I delivered to them helped them in a way, and it made them happy. So those are meaningful. And then I had one girl who, and I'm not going to give out her name or anything, but she created a video response to me from her reading. And this was a long time ago. I think this was back when I was Luna Hour, actually. And she created a video response where she recorded herself giving me feedback and giving me a review of my reading and just her reaction to it. And it was so cool. It was so cool to see that. Usually I just get emails or a comment or a message on my Tumblr blog or whatever. And, those are cool. Those are great. I save all of them. But she sent me a video message. So I was actually able to physically see her and see her reaction and all of that. And she discussed it, and it was just so cool. It was so awesome. So that was probably the most meaningful reading or meaningful reaction that I got to my readings. A dramatic one, I don't know. I think the dramatic one was probably one of my negative reviews. And this was over Facebook. The client that purchased a reading from me messaged me through my Facebook page, which I don't really use my Facebook page too much. It's there. I should probably start using it a little bit more, but it's just one of those social networking platforms that I just don't connect with as much as I do with like Instagram and Tumblr. So she actually messaged me on Facebook and pretty much just said thank you for the reading, but it didn't really help me. It didn't give me the information that I needed, basically. So sometimes stuff like that happens. And that's just how it is. When you're a tarot reader, you're not always going to get, you're not always going to hit it right on the nail. So you have to understand that. But basically, she was disappointed in the outcome of the reading, and it just basically wasn't helpful to her, and that's okay. I liked to know that because then I can go back and kind of see the error that I made, or it's just nice to know that I'm human and I'm not always going to be right on the money with things. So it was cool. I totally appreciate her telling me. Dramatic wise, I think it was just dramatic because it was more of a private message on a Facebook page that I don't use often, rather than just sending me an email. That was a little bit different. So I think that's, if anything, that was probably the most dramatic. I don't really have anything super crazy. I don't have like crazy stories to tell. But yeah, so that's day 25. I will see you guys tomorrow with day 26. Bye, guys.